Hello, and welcome to The Regulars. I'm Stacey McGonigal.
My name is Jason DeRoss.
Ooh-wee, ooh-wee. We are back.
Wake up. It's fucking Monday. And
Wake
we're ready
up.
to fucking start a week.
Are you an advertiser that would like to advertise with us? Fuck it on the truck, fuck.
Are you fucking Tide Pods? Are you fucking like fucking Pillsbury dough or some shit? We're into selling your shit.
I love that. I like
Subway cookies, just the fucking cookies.
I love that off the top. Okay, we'll cut this. We'll cut this and send this to advertisers. Fucking
I'm glad
pants,
this is live.
fucking shirts.
Give you a cheap fucking price.
It'll be fucking reasonable.
An untapped branding strategy. Yeah, we're gonna go into these clients' actual boardrooms and kick in doors. You guys are fucking here. Good. We're late.
Are you guys ready to make some fucking coins? You want to make it rain pennies, bitch?
Just air horns.
Oh, yeah.
That's how bad we need money. That's where we're at.
Welcome to Monday morning. Lasagna, we'll sponsor you.
We'll fucking get in it. Oh my God. I'm loving it. Dang this energy. Tasha says that she misses on Fridays. She was making, I think she's making chocolate chip cookies while she watches right now, which is nice.
Well, it's 9:30 here, so I hope you're in this time zone because that makes you a better person.
Also,
9:30 bacon cookies.
oh, hell yeah. Courtney says she has heavy case of Mondays and cramps. Me too. I'm cup central. It's locked and loaded. And
Oh, is this the surprise you wanted to share with me? Because you got on your like, my face is fat.
No.
Is that what happens?
No. My face is fat.
Is that the stuff I'm not supposed to say when we're actually on?
No, my face.
Okay, great.
I had an audition this morning over Zoom, and I just saw myself, and I was like, huh? You know when you just see yourself, and you're like, Jesus.
Every time in the mirror, even.
Yeah. Oh, because my bathroom's crazy in that my bathroom's crazy and that there's mirrors in it.
I put circus mirrors up just to fuck with myself in the morning.
So I have two mirrors that are just in there for some reason because I think the previous tenant wanted to like hate themselves. So there's one at the front, and then
so you can see behind yourself?
No, you can see the side.
Oh, I don't want that.
Exactly. But what I'm
When
saying,
I go to like Old Navy and you go in the fitting room and like they've got, I said Old Navy, but I don't know if I've ever been in Old Navy. But like when you go to the fitting room,
you were trying to be relatable.
you know when I pick up my cargo shorts and my fucking sandals with whatever.
Don't like try and
Old
lie.
Navy?
No, let's not pretend that that's not what you wear.
I will tell this: every single clothing piece I buy is from H&M, probably. That's where I go. I'm just like, oh, this is easy.
No, because you
When
also
I go to the fitting rooms, man, I want to kick in the mirrors because you don't want to see all around you. You don't want to be like, oh, there's mirrors surrounding you. I break them all.
Well, first of all, a lot of clothing places have skinny mirrors
Oh, I didn't know that.
because then
Well,
they
then
make
that's
you.
really sad for me.
I know. Well, it's sad for a lot of people, and so they have these mirrors that like make you look thinner. So then you buy the clothes, and then when you
Wait,
go
I
home,
look bigger than that? Oh, baby.
okay, wow. It's basically what happened to me is I was snacking the most as my period was upon me, and the thing is, it's like I'm working out, but like you fluctuate so much. So then you get to a point where you're like, who cares? Who cares? So I had many snacks and some wine, and I really hunkered down. And now my face is saying, hey, remember the weekend? Hello, we're still with you. So, yeah, but I do have some huge news that I was going to put on our Instagram yesterday when I became aware of it, but I just wanted to jump in and surprise you.
I'm ready.
Okay. I hope everyone in the chat is ready. So the Regulars has made the news.
What are you talking about? And how did you not, if you know what, I will say this. If I would have found that out on the weekend and not got a hold of Stacey immediately, she would have came over here to California and ripped both my legs off.
I know. But this, I just wanted to surprise you. But we have made the news. Okay. I received.
Am I canceled?
No.
Is that what's happening?
No, but that was the fear. I got a Google alert for my name, which I highly suggest everyone set up a Google alert for your name.
So if something on the internet pops up for you with your name, you get a Google alert. If I put that on my phone, I will be just looking at my phone all the time and with full anxiety.
Okay, so that is literally so cocky that you think
no, it's
Googie's
not that I'm
gonna
cocky
be
at all.
like,
It's like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? They're gonna be like, Jason Ross is dead. I'm gonna be like, oh, it's a fake one. But man, am I dead? I don't know.
Did you say maybe my dad died? I don't know.
No, not my dad. Maybe I am. Maybe just like. Anyways, I want to hear this news. So why am I'm being a real jerk this morning?
I know. Thank you for finally admitting that.
I'm being a real jerk this morning, and I apologize.
Oh my god.
What just happened?
I don't know. Something started playing because I want to pull it up for everyone. Okay, hold on. So a Googie alert popped up, and we made news in the publication Narcity about me seeing animals on the film set in the Scarborough Bluffs.
Oh, about you seeing the elephants in the Scarborough Bluffs.
Okay, yes. Now, a couple of things have come.
What was this article about? Because I love Narcity, but
I'm gonna show you. So I should have prepped it before. Sorry, I think we just froze there for a second. Okay, so let me just set this up. But how do you feel? Of all the things we've tried to make press for, this is it.
That you've talked about an elephant.
Mm-hmm. I'm proud of us.
I was gonna say, like, I feel great.
Me too. I feel this is amazing. I just feel like this is right. Like, this is correct for us. This is our path. I mean, hello. Okay, so let me just show you. I'm gonna pull it up. You're gonna have to look at the feed. And here we go. I'm gonna show you. Okay, ready?
Wait, you're pulling it up in our chat, or I see in the feed of YouTube.
Yeah. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Okay, so a new movie is filming at Scarborough Bluffs, and they had a huge animal on set. Huge, right?
An elephant.
Okay, but hold on. You don't see this every day.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
There's a new movie filming in Toronto, and what appeared to be a water buffalo and or an elephant was spotted on set Monday, August 10th. Okay. According to a story shared on the Regulars podcast.
We're TMZ now, baby.
Oh, bitch. We will sell chicken, flip-flops, fucking TVs, brother.
We're
Gushers. Get us some fucking Dunkaroos. Okay. According to a story shared on the Regulars podcast, Toronto-based comedian Stacey McGonigal was walking the trails at the Scarborough Bluffs around 3:30 p.m. when she accidentally stumbled onto a film set. This is my favorite sentence. McGonigal was walking her dogs along a swampy trail.
You did say that.
I know, when she noticed a bunch of pylons that are typically used on movie sets. Mm-hmm. What she saw next was unexpected, to say the least. Okay, Now this quote could not be more me in my element. This guy comes up from the movie crew. I look up, there's a fucking elephant, McGonigal exclaimed on the podcast.
Is it perfect that the word fucking is in there after our big advertisement spiel to start this baby off?
I know. Following McGonigal's wild encounter, one of the film's cast members shared, what is her name? Mariana Fung shared some on-set photos in an Instagram story. Okay, so the woman in the movie said there's a massive water buffalo. So what I actually saw wasn't an elephant. It was a massive water buffalo. Here's where I love it. It's unclear.
Here's where those animals are very different.
Yeah.
I could
No,
probably list
I'm going
at
to show you.
least
I'll show you
6.
the photo though, because I only saw it from behind. It's unclear if there are multiple animals on the set or if the sheer size of the buffalo made it look like an elephant. I can tell you, absolutely. Look how big it
Who's
was.
the author of this? Let's give a shout out.
I know I'm going
thanks.
to, but look at this. This is how big
Okay,
the
great.
water buffalo is. Pretty
I
big,
don't see
right?
it. I don't see it yet.
Oh,
Oh, it's scrolling down now. Oh yeah, that looks like his ear looks like a trunk on his side.
I know, but I only saw the back.
I could see you getting confused with that.
Thank
He's
you.
a gray water buffalo.
And Amber Van Wart. Amber Van Wart, thank you for picking up the regulars. This is no joke. We appreciate it. We think it's so fun, and I love it. I mean, day made, and day made,
Mm-hmm.
and day made.
We gotta be more journalistic from now on, I guess.
Fucking absolutely. But Jan, she agrees. That does look like an
I was
elephant.
at the fucking Rib Fest this week, and guess what? They were good.
Fucking chomp chomp, give me the sauce.
Sources say, chomp chomp, give me the sauce.
McGonagall, who was knee deep in barbecue sauce, was known to tell surrounding locals, chomp chomp, give me the sauce. So funny. Anyways, what?
They do have to put, whenever when you find out someone's reading an article and they are referencing us as a source, you must put allegedly.
Allegedly.
This is absolutely perfect because in our first sourced news article, we had to quote allegedly because you saw the wrong animal. We've already stated the wrong fact.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm dying. And Haley, those specs are Gucci. I hope you're referring to these specs and not the specs of the information
Not the circles around my eyes
that I gave to the news source. Anyways, I just thought that was so fun that we made Narcity, and it's such a blasty blast. Thank you. It's so fun. Yeah.
This is great.
I know. And I don't know animals. So truly, allegedly in most of my life. Because the most favorite thing when, I mean, you know
you
me.
need to do is go to circuses when you were a kid, and then you would have known. That was
I mean, it's true, but I was like, I'm so sad. I'm going to go cry in the car. But the thing that's really funny is obviously you're a dear friend of mine. So you'll know that this happens all the time. When I tell someone a story and then it turns out to be true, I'm sure you've heard this a million times where someone will go, listen, we all know Stacy, right? And everyone goes, yeah. You go, but it actually happened. So are you excited by the news?
Yeah, this is amazing. Like I said, I'm basically Harvey Levin at this point. Like, let's go.
It's Harvey. Did you say Henry?
Harvey Levin.
Oh, from TMZ. Anyways,
Do you know why I know? Do you know why I know his name though? Because of People's Court. He used to be on People's Court.
Yeah, I loved People's Court.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, and it would be like plaintiff. Jessica paid $49 to have her windows tinted. Donna.
And even in 2020, they typewriter on her name. Dorothy.
Yeah.
Kensel.
Dorothy Kensel. Donna. Dorothy paid Gerard Nuts to walk her dog for $13.50 an hour. When she came back, Tinkles didn't seem to have taken a tinkle. Dun-na.
You could say these are the dog days. Dun dun dun.
Wait. Of our lives. Dun-na. Okay. But what did you do this weekend?
This weekend, what did I do? I mean, like, I continued my Chloe Ting. I don't know if you can see this, but like,
I know I can. I can see in your face you look quite athletic.
I don't mean that. I mean sweaty as could be because I'm coming. We're at home. I'm just living in this pandemic now. Like,
you
we're
are?
not going
Weird.
to a job, so I'm literally coming directly off of a workout. And
how was
this
it?
Podcast. It's great.
How do you find the difference between the month and the 2-week shred?
Well, I think there's a difference because I found the month one, the exercises were a bit harder, but I think that's probably because I was starting off like this one's easier, but I'm a month into like my body's probably adapted a little bit. So it's like, oh yeah, these are easier, but it's probably because I have a body that's been not sitting around for
Right.
more than whatever.
Right.
But like, it's still like, it's a lot. And right now I'm in that final stretch where there's no rest days for the last 5 days, which I just found out. I'm like, oh, I need some rest. My knee sucks, but
Well, my thing is
I'm
always take the rest. I think take extra rest
not going to
days.
do it. I'm going to go right through.
Oh,
doing
weird.
this.
That doesn't seem like you, except it does in every way. Well, my commercial was great. Thanks for asking me.
I was going to ask you that actually.
Thank you. Well, I shot it on Friday and I had to be suspended. I was in a rock climbing gym and they wanted me just to swing
Yeah, I didn't know how
about.
much you could talk about because sometimes with commercials are like, don't talk about it before it's out or whatever. You know
Oh,
what I
maybe
mean?
I'm not allowed, but I was rock climbing.
Trusted news source said that there's a new commercial coming out.
She
There's rock climbing,
guarantees there
baby.
will be an elephant and or water buffalo on set. Oh, it turns out it was just a big truck with a hose.
Turns out it was just the sound guy.
my-
Just miking her up.
Oh wow, Brrr, whatever. No, so it was interesting. Only I'll bring this up because you and I went rock climbing for a little bit. That was something that we all did.
We actually didn't. We went bouldering.
Bouldering.
We didn't want to strap up. We're like, that takes too long. Like,
It
can we
does.
just jump on the walls?
It does take too long. It does take too long. So Jay and I and a couple friends of ours, Allie Price, Alistair Forbes, we all got into bouldering and we were going a bunch. I think for like a few weeks.
You were above and beyond gung ho about this. You're
I
like,
loved
we gotta
it.
keep doing this. I think, look, I want to buy a pass, but if anyone bails, I'm gonna fucking murder them. Like, we all have to buy a pass together.
But the pass was really great, and I'm really bummed that
great.
I didn't stick with it. But I'm gonna go back now because I have
That's a workout.
I have a reinvigorated love for rock climbing, especially bouldering. So, but I was talking to the people who own the gym, and they were really great. And
What, recently?
well, when I was on set, because I was at a rock climbing gym.
Oh, I thought you meant you were talking. No, okay, great. Yes, now I get it. It takes me a second.
Yeah. So Courtney says, I remember that you were talking about getting shredded. Absolutely. That's always the conversation for me. I will remove my camera thing. So anyways, yeah. So I'm really excited, but I have to wait for Miss Rona to still like chill out so I can get some time to go back to the gym. But I'm really excited. It was really fun.
Well, I feel like I'm just getting ready for like whenever this thing's done, it's like I can go do physical things and my body will be okay with it.
Well, you are doing physical things now. And I know when you say physical things, you mean surfing, and that's not happening.
100%.
I will call the police.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's okay. I'll deal with the police. It'll be point break. I'll be like, come and catch me, dudes, Mahalo.
And then you're going to be like, ow, my knee, the sand. And then you're going to fall.
in the parking lot. Oh God. Ow. I can't.
You can't with my water bottle, and I can't with you shredding on the waves.
Your water bottle's great. I love. Hey.
64 ounce. Cheers. Cheers.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's crazy. 64 ounce.
Yeah, it's a growler. Oh, Elizabeth just says Point Break. Huh? It's a movie about surfing that Jason and I reference all the time,
Reference
but
a whole
I
bunch.
feel Jason hasn't seen Point Break.
Oh no, I've seen Point Break. I know that there's tons of movies I haven't seen. Although like it's hard to remember it because it's a lot from a long time ago. But the other day I was cruising like I don't know. I think I went past like TBS or something,
Oh,
and
yeah,
they were
class-
showing the end of it. I
TBS
was
should
like,
just
oh,
be
the end.
called, Point Break channel, because Point Break, it's always Keanu just going, ah!
But I watched the end of it and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. This is crazy. He just kind of like, see you later.
Oh, Point Break isn't great, but like it's such a good movie.
Elizabeth thought I just used the phrase point blank wrong, which would be very fitting for this podcast.
Oh my God! Allegedly, is it a buffalo? We don't know. We should make some merch where it's like a water buffalo butt and an elephant butt, and go, what do you see?
I think that's someone's thighs.
And you might be right. Allegedly, you might be right. Who knows? Who knows? I watched a bunch of TV this weekend. I finished I'll Be Gone in the Dark, the HBO documentary about Michelle McNamara, who is she's a true crime writer. She passed away. She was married to Patton Oswalt. and she wrote this
Oh
book.
yes, I know who you're talking about. Yes, this was that last movie she did. They were talking.
Well,
about.
it was a docu-series that they made after she had passed.
I was way wrong.
Yeah.
But yes.
And it is so spooky and sad and scary and tragic and terrible. And, very scary. Very scary. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't catch HBO right now because of the whole, well, that's a long story. That's really boring, but we've lost our HBO since they switched over. I watched we're trying to get through the end of Pen 15, which is funny as fuck.
Right. Oh no, Pen 15 is super great. I've been watching
I'm a bit late to the game on that one, but
excuse me. I was watching that. I've been watching Love on the Spectrum. Really giving it
I've done
some
that.
of my
I didn't
time.
realize it was so short of a season. It's over.
I'm really into it now. I was kind of bopping around on episodes, and then I went back and I just started proper, and
you get through it in no time.
Yeah.
I know that Body and then on the chat said that they get back to
What?
it. They don't get back to it enough. When I was like, oh,
you're
they
like
bring
Body.
people back?
You want to know more about Michael?
I want to know more about a couple people. Have you got to the girl yet that Calvin was dating? That was like, I was like, this is going to be your favorite woman.
No, I haven't gotten to the Calvin date yet. I'm really nervous. I'm nervous for him.
Yeah.
And his
course.
dad made me cry because his dad just really wants him to be a gentleman.
For me, it's very hard to watch this, and because I'm watching the parents, and I'm like, oh man, it's difficult because they're like, you love your child more than anything, and you got to watch them probably deal with some terrible things, and it's like, oh Jesus.
Yeah, but I think what's great about this show is just it's
a great show.
We can all learn from going into dates, just being yourself. What are your hobbies? TikTok. What's up? And then it was just yeah, this isn't gonna work out. I wish. You know how many relationships I was in for years where I wish on the first date I could have been like, this isn't gonna work out. This is not gonna work out.
You know that they're not doing this out of efficiency, right? They're doing this because when they're on the spectrum, it's very social interactions is what's one of the difficult things.
No, I understand, but I just think it's nice. It's interesting and nice to see boundaries being set. People cutting to you know how many times on a date I was like, oh yeah, oh yeah, just pretending to be who you're not. What do you like to do? Oh well, I just got into bouldering.
Well, we know my linen pants story. I hated dating because it was when actual dates sucked because you're like, do I dress up? What the hell's going on here?
Exactly. So this is
it's
the thing.
A job interview. Whatever you're seeing is the person at their absolute best, and it's not them.
Exactly. Now, but if someone said to me, it was like, hey, what are you if I started a date and I was like, I like pop culture, The Real Housewives, and I don't like to take any shit. And someone was like, too much, and I'd be like, bye.
But that's good.
I know.
See what you're saying. Yeah, that's what these guys are like. No, I like video games.
Oh my God, Michael.
I can't wait till you see this woman, because when it breaks the fourth wall, which never ever happens in this, but I love it.
Okay.
When he's just she's not really into. And I'm just like, that's not true. That's not what I said. And you
Right.
just hear it yell.
I really love it. Also, did you see the part where, oh my God, what is her name when she has the snake all over her glasses? And then she kisses her fiance.
Couple.
And he's so, okay, them together, I'm there for it. When he's like,
they're my Sid and Nancy. I'm just
Jason!
saying, they're the best. It's them. I know that Sid and Nancy die in the end, but it's the couple that is it's us against the world.
Yes.
Those guys are the world could be burning around them and they'd be fine.
When she's chugging milk and he was like, and they're like, oh, does she always drink milk like that? And he goes, yeah, I need to buy some more. And there's just jugs. That was me doing a British accent, but it's Australian. So allegedly. But him riding the bus and then him proposing to her, they're just the best.
Oh yeah, singing that song and all that kind of shit. What do you mean? That's I guess that is dark, but I mean, I still
the Sid and Nancy of it all. I know.
Just being you're on a team, you're partnered up
but
with the person
people need
that
to
you can hang out with
understand.
forever,
No, hold on,
the rest of the world can burn,
Jason.
and you'd be like, yeah, but we're all right.
Okay, right. That sounds beautiful, but what you're describing when you say Sid and Nancy is tragically bad. So we need to find you.
I know.
Why don't you say anything else?
Because I'll still live by that reference.
No, but please don't. Not on here.
Bonnie and Clyde. You know what I mean?
Sure, but that's better because at least they, fly up into the heavens or however.
I've never seen the end of that movie. They fly up into heaven. Is that what you just said?
I've never seen the end of that movie. Jason, I can't with you. Okay, Jason, can you please tell your linen pants story?
It's not a very good story.
It's very good because you wore linen pants to a date and things went awry as expected.
I had these pants that were like linen pants, and
what color?
I started like I asked this lady out that I was like I was working in an office at the time, and yeah, Elizabeth gets it.
Elizabeth just said Jason's couple goals is Sid and Nancy. Okay.
Courtney Cox and but she said yes, but then like when I went and picked her up,
you had a huge crush on this girl in your office. You had a huge crush on her. You had a huge crush on this girl in your office.
I did have a huge crush on this girl in my office, and I was like, she's way out of my league, and she said yes, and it was her friggin' birthday, I believe, which I'm like, this is weird, so I don't know what I'm doing.
Red flag, but we love a Sid and Nancy moment.
Card, and then I don't even know if she thought it was a date by the time we went out, but it probably was just going so bad that she kind of played it off like it wasn't a date.
Why?
Because I had to drive to Mississauga, I think, to pick her up.
Wait. You're really rushing this.
Okay.
You're really rushing.
It only gets to the point where like I'm in linen pants.
No. Do not rush through it. You had a huge crush on this woman and you wanted to impress. So you dressed up.
You got it.
And what were you wearing?
Linen pants.
What kind of linen?
I don't know types of linen. They were like this
what
beige,
color?
light beige. Light beige. Like a light beige.
Like,
you know when you see like those really good looking guys get married on a beach and they're just like, I'll just wear these brown linen pants that match the sand.
I hate it.
And they roll them up. I'm like, picture that except on a chubby fat guy that lives in downtown Toronto going to work. Like it doesn't fit at all. It's terrible.
Haley wants to know.
Yes, they were loose.
Okay.
They were terrible.
Quick follow-up question.
Remember, this is also like, I think this is early 2000s, probably, or even late 90s.
It doesn't matter because you're wearing
It does not matter. It was not a look that anybody should ever have ever.
What were the shoes?
Oh, the shoes I don't remember. I have no idea what the shoes were.
Tevas?
No, I wasn't wearing sandals. Although sandals would have matched the decor.
What kind of shirt?
It was like a white, like linen-y golf shirt, like a white button-up thing or whatever. So it was terrible. This was resort wear is 100% what it was.
You were living in where? Peterborough?
No, I was not living in Peterborough. I was living in Pickering.
Pickering? Nowhere close to the beach?
Oh yeah, it is close to a beach. There's Pickering Beach, but definitely not a beach town. I know what you're saying. This is stuff that I was wearing in the middle of the downtown concrete jungle of Toronto. Like this was not fitting in any way, shape, or form.
So you pick her up. It's her birthday. You have a birthday card.
I have a birthday card. This is a first date that I think is a date, but I think even when I asked her, it was like, it wasn't positive. I wasn't positive, but I'm like, why else would I be driving out on a weekend with a girl I was work with, picking her up, taking her out to dinner?
It's a date.
Like that's a date, right?
It's a date. And I think in your mind, you were like, she doesn't think this is a date, but she knows that that's a date.
Well, because she was out of my league.
Right. So where'd you take her?
But I did pick her up under the impression I was like, this is a date. And we went out and it was a hot day and we sat on this patio that's on the roof of a building, Hemingway's, which I used to go to all the time, which was probably also dumb because like our building was beside there. So like our office would party there. So essentially I'm taking her back to work, which is probably the worst idea for
classic Jason, man of routine.
And halfway through the dinner or whatever, I had to go to the washroom, bathroom, restroom, whatever it is in the States. And then I realized the back of my legs were soaked from sweat. And if I stood up, you could literally see the imprint of my entire wet legs up and down. The back of my legs,
including the shirt,
soaked right through these light beige linen pants. And I would, to go to the washroom, I would have to walk away from her right now.
Did you do it?
Yeah, of course I did. I had to go to the bathroom.
Megan just said, I just gasped.
I was so nervous that I literally had sweat through my pants down the back of both legs. And I was like, oh, this is terrible. And I knew it too, but I was like, well, see you later, date. I should have just kept walking right out of the front door.
Well, I can't wait to I can't wait to shake hands after this meal.
Anyways, I'm about to stand up and you're going to see something that is going to end this date. So I'll say bye now.
I would
Be
have just
nice.
said, like, I would have looked
Happy
her in the eye
birthday.
and been like, do you like me? I just need to know if you like me because things are about to change. Do you find me sexually attractive in my head to toe linen?
Can you read that menu behind your head on the wall? Just read it for a bit, and then I'll just run. When she turns her head, just run for the washroom.
What I would have done is waited till she had to go to the bathroom, and I would have just walked behind her.
I don't think I was getting away from it. I don't think those pants were going to dry up by the end of the night.
I hate everything about that story. It's so gross.
Anyways, she married somebody else in the office.
Well,
So
she has
hopefully
a
she's not
type.
listening to this because she'll know exactly who she is, obviously. But this was 20 years ago.
Has
so
nothing to
not a
do
big
about her and everything to do about you. And in fact, you were like, she was out of my league. She was amazing. And I pissed on my linen pants.
Yeah, it's great.
Haley goes, I bet she tells that story. So then all of a sudden,
Oh, well, here's the thing. Like, we still worked together afterwards. And like, I ran into her and her husband, and like, I know her husband, and her husband's great. Like, I know the guy, and I was friends with him in the office. They're
cool.
great.
Okay.
But I ran into them in a Costco, like, I don't know, only like 5 or 6 years ago. And now that Haley says it, I'm like, she must have been thinking the whole time, ooh, there's that guy with the wet pants. That's probably what she was thinking.
I
in the
don't
middle
think
of a
she was
Costco.
thinking that. Oh, I didn't even tell you this weekend. I went out to, Jan wants to know, did you address the
I did not.
situation when you got up? Of course not.
Nope. No, I didn't. I was also a bit of a different person back then. I think right now I would play it up to all ends and
Oh,
be like,
I
well,
would-
fuck this.
Oh yeah, and it would be so charming if you were just like, "Hey, listen,
Strut the runway.
Elizabeth, it's okay, Jason. You have your white wife. It all worked out."
We need to, every time we bring this up, point out that there's context to that.
Your white wife, who you described as Seattle.
I don't even remember why.
I don't know. Who knows? So this weekend I had a similar linen pants story in that I went to a park with some friends, and we were socially distancing in the thing, and I was in an Old Navy overall. And I was talking to pals, and then all of a sudden I look down, and there's bird shit that's fallen on my hand and on my pants. And I just look up and I go, I just go, I got pooed on.
You got pooed on this
I
weekend?
got pooed on. All over my pants, all over
We're
my
33
hand.
minutes into this, and you're just telling me now you got pooed on this weekend?
Well, we hit the news. That had to go first.
Good luck. That's good luck is what that is.
No, that's actually not true. I was just shit on, and it was quite the time. Quite
Yeah,
the
they
time.
have to tell people they got shit on. They're like, don't worry, it's good luck.
I know. My friend Audrey got shit on all over her like arm and her back during a John Mayer concert. That sucked. And we were laughing. She was like, "Stop laughing." We're like, "It's good luck." And she was like, "Fuck you." Rightfully so. But yeah, I'd
Snake
birch
King's
it.
back. I just thought I'd point that out.
Oh, Snake King, welcome, welcome.
And Haley's from Seattle. That's great. I love Seattle. It's a beautiful city.
Elizabeth just said you're gonna get Reesh. Oh hell yeah. There's some huge moves happening on Stacy Gets Rish. Huge things are happening right now. Just want to say back end stuff. It's a go.
We're all keeping it under wraps though until it drops.
Until it drops, things are happening. I'm trying things out. So, but the plan is to get Reesh. I can't wait.
Yeah. When you see us come in and we pop up live on a Monday and Stacy's doing it from the inside of her Ocean View mansion, then you'll be like, "Oh, it happened."
Oh no. Like I'm doing the I've been filming myself trying to get Rish, setting stuff up. So things will be happening. But I can't wait to be rich. It's gonna be so great. I can't wait to just like have a really nice house. It's gonna feel really great.
This feels like something that you wrote in your diary in like grade 6. I can't wait to be rich.
Oh, no, totally. Like, I've said this even when this podcast was known as Regular Girls. I said, listen, I understand the makeup and the structure of being rich, and I just think I'm going to flow into it really nicely. Really nicely.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
It'll be fitting.
It'll be
so
fitting.
nice.
I watched this crazy interview, not crazy literally at all, But with Cameron Diaz and Gwyneth Paltrow, did I talk to you about this?
No, I didn't know that those two ever talked.
You know, I'm sorry they didn't loop you in.
Yeah, I thought they were like attached to their friends of friends. It's really weird. You know when you have those friends of friends, but then they start talking, you're like, oh, that's weird.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Have you ever dated someone and then they start hanging out with your friend? Like they're like, hey, I'm gonna go hang out with so and so. And I'm like, excuse me? What? Yeah.
When me and my wife started dating, she went on a movie date with one of my friends, and I was like, that's weird. And she's like, no, it's just because I want to meet your friends.
One-on-one.
She did.
You know how you can meet friends in a group setting too. I couldn't imagine dating someone and then they were like, yeah, I went on a date or I went to the movies with Jason. I'd be like, why? Why didn't I get invited? That would be a nightmare. I'd be like, why didn't I get invited? We're all adults.
I want to meet your friends.
Okay, but this would be the fight.
To me, it's checking references. That's what that is. That's like it's a job interview.
Oh yeah,
checking references.
Oh yeah, that's building a relationship on mistrust. I'm sorry, Stacey said what? Stacey said what? Okay, that's interesting, and that's interesting. Can you imagine? I'm too like. It's not even controlling in a relationship. I'm nosy. Like. I don't care. Like, if you're going to cheat on me, you're going to cheat on me. Even if I go, can I see your phone or not? Like, I'm going to get cheated on if someone wants to cheat on me. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know when people are like, I would never let my partner do that. I'm like, let them. Let them. Because if they're going to cheat on you, they're going to do it anyway.
Yeah. I live with the same mindset too, because I've been through relationships in my past where I'm like, I've been the jealous one. I'm like, this sucks. Like, what? Snaking said what, but I'm like, yeah, I get it. Like, just don't be jealous because, like, people are going to live their lives, you know?
People are going to live their lives. So when people are like, and here's the thing, like, I'm nosy, but I'm nosy. Like, I've been in relationships where they're like, can you stop asking who I'm texting? And I'm like, listen, I don't care if it's you. I don't care if it's my best friend or it's an acquaintance I'm sitting beside. I'd be like, oh.
No, I'm just asking you because I'm in the middle of a family member's eulogy and you keep
you keep
it on your phone.
And I want to know, what are you guys talking about? Like, I just want to know what people are talking about. I'm just nosy. It has nothing to do with trust. Like, I've never had a partner's phone be like, I love how I had to pick up my phone to show you, but like sitting around and I'm like, I should open that up and look in. I don't care.
No.
I don't care. I don't care.
I'm sure that I have, because I think back in high school, I was probably like the jealous type because everything is like, oh my God, what's happening? Like, my life's the worst or whatever. Like, you're anxiety filled and jealous of everything. But like,
I wish.
That's high school love.
No, even when I was younger, I was like, oh God, I want to be a year in. I did not. I was like, who cares?
Can we just get past this? I'm like,
can we get past this? Like, there's nothing more frustrating to me than small talk where I have to go, oh, yes, I guess it has been unseasonably warm. I hate it. That's what dating
Elizabeth
is.
Just wrote, of course, you're at a funeral. Yep. All of our bits are an office or a funeral.
Office or a funeral. We should start another podcast that's just sketches and it's called Office Funeral.
Yeah. Just do our stage show.
Yeah.
As a podcast.
We actually should. Yeah. So many things.
So we gotta go, guys, because we have to plan on another podcast right now.
And this has been amazing. And thank you so much. We would love to do that. Oh, Elizabeth says, please listen. You didn't even have to ask. We would have just pumped ourselves up and then celebrated those 6 listens, which was Jason and I twice. But yeah, I just like that first couple of dating meetings I have no time. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, who cares? Like, oh my God. Oh, what? Small talk is my biggest fear. This is why I heard. Oh, because
of small talk. Yeah.
I just find out what people are watching on TV, and then that's what I talk about.
I'm kind of the opposite of, well, not the opposite of Tasha. I get exactly what you're saying. It's my biggest fear, but like, when I get a haircut or when I'm getting, have you ever had like a massage? You've had a massage before, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't enjoy them. Like people, my girlfriends would like, you'd be like, oh, it's our year anniversary. Here's a massage. And you're like, oh, thanks. Because then I'd go and I'm like, I'm going to be in a room with somebody and we're not going to talk.
That's
Like,
the
I can't sit
best.
there for an
That's
I
the
cannot,
best.
because I'm like, there's two brains in this small, tiny room. We're listening to some music and we got this fake
But she
waterfall
doesn't.
that you got at a fucking dollar store. And I got to like pretend that we're not chatting. Like, we got to talk. This is
They don't
crazy.
want to talk to you, and this isn't a
I
date.
know they don't, but that makes it, that's why, like, they're like, you're tense. I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking tense. Like, there's
Yeah,
two
but
people in this
that's all
room.
you. That's all you. First
I
of
know
all,
it's on. I'm not blaming them. Look,
no, nor should you. Because do you imagine how creepy that is? Where they're like, I'm trying to give this guy a massage and he won't stop talking to me. That sounds like creepy.
Yeah, I know, but like I have a problem with the reality of like, well, I said it, like two like people having full on thoughts and just especially like they're touching your body. So I'm like, I
Yeah.
can't. We're attached physically, but we
Ew.
got to pretend that we're both living our own lives over here.
You are.
I know, but I can't do it.
Okay. Yeah. Pump the brakes on them.
I'm a terrible person. Like, if
Oh,
you're a
I
masseuse,
can't.
you come in,
No,
just be like, get out of
Jason.
here.
No, I'm a terrible person. Go barf in your own asshole.
Oh, if I could, that'd be a trip.
So I was watching The Real Housewives of New York, and they were in Mexico, and one of the girls was just like, one of the women, Dorinda, our girl, had terrible
I
diarrhea.
knew you were gonna say Dorinda. Of course, she got off. She was offensive as fuck and got drunk as hell and just told everybody how
she really
terrible
did.
it was living there.
But she got terrible diarrhea, and the other, and then one of the housewives, the new housewife Leah, was like, "Oh my god, what I would give for diarrhea right now." And I thought of you. Yeah,
It is weird, like in these reality shows, that they don't deal with. Well, they obviously do on The Real Housewives, but like, I don't know. Have you ever been on set and you're like, well, I gotta be on set here for like the next,
yeah.
8 hours in front of the camera, but like my stomach's upset. What can I do? I mean, we've had it on stage before where it's just like, I'm dealing with like real people problems that you don't think about when you're watching. You could go see like, I don't know, who's a famous Broadway actor, like, go watch Meryl Streep do a live play or whatever. I know, I get it. She's known for film.
No, but I don't even know what you're talking about, and this walk is wild. Oh, Elizabeth wants to know what Jason's fave housewife would be. It is Dorinda.
Oh, it's Dorinda.
It's Dorinda. But Dorinda is like, this season, Jason, you have to watch, because I will tell you, this season is off the rails. Like, when I say this is off the rails, like, I'm doing a disservice to the phrase off the rails, because it's more
Is
than
it
that.
live right now? Like, can I
Yes.
pick up on it and just watch it in real time?
And I highly suggest. They're just
That's
about to
something
do
that I
the
might do then.
reunion in a couple of episodes, so you have time.
What night's it on?
I don't know. I get it on Hey You, but I think you need to catch up ASAP.
Yeah. I won't even catch up. I'll just pick up right where we're at.
No. You need to go back, because it's literally off the rails.
There's too much.
Everyone's
watching TV
pooing their
going on.
pants, peeing. I'm not kidding. Yeah. Anyways, what were you talking about? Hi, Shayla.
Nothing really. It was not important at all.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Thursdays at 9.
Thanks, Elizabeth. I'm on it.
Sneaking says, but I've always wondered that about professional wrestlers. What?
He
When they're
gets it.
sick?
Well, it's like if you're on stage, but all of a sudden it's like, I went to a U2 concert once, and they
Oh,
had
God.
these things that were like, and I went there for my girlfriend, my wife now, but they had these like big structures hanging up where it's like they had these people that were working either lights or cameras or whatever, but
Okay.
they had to sit up in these chairs
Sure.
for the whole concert and like do stuff. But it's like you had to go up a ladder to get to them and then sit there. But then you're there for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And all I could think of the whole concert, I was watching these guys being like, I wonder if they have to go to the bathroom. I wonder what if they have to go to the washroom. Because what are you gonna do?
I don't ever have to pee, so I'm not thinking about that. You have to
I
pee
pee all the
every
time.
15 minutes.
I have to pee right now.
Do you really? You're chugging all that water.
I'm trying to. I just worked out. And someone said to me in the chat last time, they're like, Jason, you need to drink more water. And I'm like, yeah. So I've been drinking more water, ACV and everything.
Do you want a water break? Tap water from
Just for you,
yesterday.
yeah. Just for you people that are only listening to this on audio.
We just had some water. I'm really excited to also announce that I have gotten into a brand new Housewives that I have been sleeping on. I feel like I have done a disservice to those that come here for any reality TV. Okay, I have been watching The Real Housewives of Potomac, and let me tell you, it's incredible. The Real Housewives of Potomac is so good.
I'm going to ask you a question. Where's Potomac?
I believe it's in Maryland.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe.
I'm sure we have Americans on here that know very much.
Maryland. It's Maryland, yeah. It is so good. Highly suggest. Oh, Shayla also says that she has a big jug now, so that's exciting. We all got to get them. You know what I mean?
We're sponsored now. We got to call Big Jug and be like, yo, you owe us.
Melissa says she took my recommendation and blew through 2 seasons. And Melissa, how are we feeling? Because it is, wow, it is quite the show. It is quite the show.
Oh, near DC, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The wonderful and amazing.
Doesn't the Potomac River run between?
Oh God, Jason, listen. On Amazing Race, I'm the one doing the physical things. You're the one driving us around and eating the things. Okay, so this is I can't.
Georgetown. It's like between George. Never mind.
But the wonderful and amazing Caitlin Howden is a big Potomac fan. So out of respect for her and her knowledge, I definitely jumped right in, and it's so good. It's so good.
Melissa said she can't with Giselle. So, like,
I
there's
mean,
obviously
yeah.
Giselle on it.
Yeah, imagine there wasn't. It's just her friend. Jason, I think that you would really enjoy it. I also, I know I've been saying this for a while, but this week I am going to be doing on my own personal channel, Stacey McGonigal, on my YouTube channel, I am going to be doing a pop culture rundown of Selling Sunset.
Nice.
I'm done season 3. It was wild. And Jason, if you start watching The Housewives, I'd really appreciate it. Potomac's very good. Mm-hmm.
Sick. Okay, great.
Yeah.
And what day of the week are you doing this pop culture rundown?
Well, I was just going to ask this. Well, I guess we're not really near the end of the podcast, but I mean, I would love to know the day because, you know, I was thinking maybe a Sunday night, but then it's like Sunday night, you know? So maybe like a Thursday, maybe a Friday. I don't know.
Party time.
Party time. Selling Sunset. Have you been watching it, Jay?
No, I've not watched any of it. I know you talk about it a lot, but we talk about a lot of shows on this, and I try to catch them all. I try to do as best as I possibly can.
Okay, Selling.
By the way, Jan Carawan, who's in the chat, maybe still, she reached out to me this week and was like, I really think you should get into that catastrophe. And I had to let her know. I already did it. 2 seasons, baby. Oh. Because we talked about that with Jan. And catastrophes, it's a good show. It's a great show.
People are wanting Sunday night. Would people want that? Like Sunday at 9? Because I would be happy to. Oh, maybe Mondays because Mondays suck. I'm down for that too. Let me know between Sunday or Monday night.
Today's Monday. Mondays don't suck. Monday.
So Selling Sunset is okay. Everyone's loving Sunday, so I can do that. So Selling Sunset season 3, so much happened. Like
how many seasons are there? Is there in
3.
season 3 right now?
Yes, okay. And you could get through them.
That's a lot.
No, it's a very sensual reality show about real estate. That makes no sense. And
no, I know what it is.
Okay.
You referenced it. We've talked about it a lot. So I know what it is, but I haven't watched an episode yet.
I want to know. We'll talk about it more in depth on Sunday, but I would like to know how people feel about Selling Sunset season 3. I have some bold, I think, unpopular opinions about it.
That's what people want to hear.
Spoiler, I am not a fan of Chrishell. And you're hearing it here first.
Ooh.
Not a fan of Chrishell. Something's going on.
I think you're going to have at least one person agree with you.
You think who? Who do you think will be the one agreeing with me?
Let me just see who's been watching it.
But the seasons are way too short. But there's a lot that I want to unpack. I'm really excited.
I think Melissa Farrell's going to agree with you.
I just think Chrishell's getting into the mix. Like, there's a lot going on. The female leading catastrophe is my style icon. Wow.
Sharon Hogan, I believe her name is.
Kayla says, I like Chrishell, and yes, blindsiding is a thing. It happened to me. Oh my gosh, Kayla, no.
What's blindsiding? Because I just think of that Sandra Bullock movie, which I've never seen.
That's called The Blind Side. And Chrishell on Selling Sunset gets divorced and finds out through a text. They got in a fight.
What?
They got in a fight, and her husband, who is the star of This Is Us, they got in a fight, and he walked to and then he drove to the courthourthouse and then filed for divorce.
Is he the dad in This Is Us?
The brother.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know. Of literally,
So
of course.
so his character is probably not far from like his real life.
Yeah. So he fights with Chriselle. He goes to the courthouse and then he goes, "Yeah, we're divorced." Can you imagine? It was that easy? That'd be wild. Yeah. And Kayla, oh my God, she goes, "Mine wasn't a text, but a quick phone call ending the relationship after 8 years out of nowhere."
That's terrible. Like, what's up with people, man?
That's terrible, Kayla. You don't deserve that. But then she says, "But now my husband is better, so it's fine."
Great.
But can you imagine getting a call and just being like, "Hey, by the way, hey, morning, so we're done."
Just so you know, there's eggs in the fridge now. I did get them. I know that you've asked a few times. I'm at the courthouse, just filing some papers.
And those papers are divorce papers because I'm never gonna see you again. And thank you honestly so
Anyways,
much.
enjoy your fucking eggs.
That's terrible. I just like Kayla, like, you know, I'm so glad that that now you're in something way better because that's like total trash. That's total trash. That's shocking.
Yeah, man.
That's shocking. Although, you know,
8 years is like 2 high school relationships, and so it's like that's crazy.
8 years is long. 8 years is long.
You know that you date the people that you watch in high school date the entire time, and you're like, they make me sick, but I'm like, well, at least they found each other. And
Sure.
knowing that happened through 2 high school terms, grade 9 to 12, and then grade 9 to 12 all over again, 8 years, and then be like, well, we're divorced.
Your brain works in a way that gives me pause.
I hope that's a good thing.
So my friend Kayla was in a relationship 2 high school years. 8 years.
2 high school terms.
2 high school terms. 8 years.
Can you imagine?
She's there, grade 12. Grade 12 over. Okay? Everyone's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Well, think about it. Grade 9, walking into homeroom and so nervous, so scared. And then think about when you graduate, how much life did you live in between those 4 years? And then do that twice. That's how long you were with that person. That's a fucking lifetime. And then they text you that we're getting divorced. Like at least a video text.
You are one of the lost boys. And that's it. You are a lost boy. You have never grown up. And I can't believe that is your measuring stick of time is high school terms. You are 44.
I used to measure buying things like clothes,
School years.
by how many pictures it was.
What?
I'm like, oh, so that shirt's 2 pitchers of beer? Okay.
Oh yeah, totally. Isn't it crazy when you think about it, when you were really young, like I was in my 20s, like barely working, you know, like always calling in sick 'cause I just didn't want to work. And I had no money, and yet I still made rent, and I still drank, and I still ate.
But then on the drink stick, you'd have to go to the ATMs and be like, which are the ones that like, give out 5s?
Yeah, yeah, like Caitlin. I remember when we were talking to Caitlin, and she's like, "Do I just pull out the 20 now, or do I just take the 15 and keep the 5
that's right.
in there?"
Yeah.
Oh my God, totally. That's so wild. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And now we're like, and now when we're panicked, we're like, now I have to dip into my savings. Can you believe that? I have to dip into my savings.
Dip into my savings.
I know.
But we burning through those savings.
Yep, made my rent and still ate Subway. That is the truth. Me and my best friend Danielle sitting in our basement eating one cold cut foot long. Yeah, how many Subway sandwiches for these drinks? Well, that's the best thing about Subway. It's often only $5.
Yeah, depends on like if it's what day of the week it is, really.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There was that one day, I think it was a Tuesday when they put out like their expensive sub for $5, and you're like, and you could tell
Steak
they were
and
just
cheese.
Like,
What are you talking? No, expenses. Say what it was. Steak and cheese.
Yeah, yeah, you got to go those days.
Yeah, you want a
When the
keg?
cold cut comes out, you're really only saving like 30 cents, and they're like, but they don't tell you that.
Oh hell yeah! You want to go to the keg with a bit of bread, steak and cheese. So gross. Yeah, when I went to Subway the day that we were talking about it, I have to stop myself because I was around another Subway and I'm like, oh, I could pop in for lunch. And I was like, Stacy, stop. You've opened a window.
Do you remember when, like, you probably don't because you're so young. You're so young.
I know. I'm like actually so young. Like I'm actually so young.
So young. So you probably don't remember this, but when Subway began, like when that came out as a fast food restaurant, everyone was like, oh, so something healthy finally is fast food. Yes. It was like the big healthy spot.
Oh, yes.
And now you look at it, you're like, no, you're just eating a fucking pound of fake bread.
Can I tell you?
There's no way it's good for you.
Listen, I know we're like a weekly little like afternoon morning show. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Okay, where we don't talk about the news, but we sort
We're
of
a news source now.
we're a news source.
Source.
Yeah. Oh, Elizabeth didn't know Jason's age. Oh yeah, but
Did you just get my age up?
yeah. But what's the big deal?
I didn't hear it, so I don't even know how. What did you say? The year I was born or something?
As if I would be able to deduce the year you were born. I can't even deduce a water buffalo from a fucking elephant. You think I'm gonna go back in
Did
time?
you just say my age? Is that what you
Yeah.
did? I didn't hear it. That's all. Oh, okay.
Oh, why are you upset about it? Why are you blushing?
I'm not upset about it. I didn't hear you say it. And I'm like, oh, what was the
Oh.
clue? What was the clue that gave it away? Like it was like some sort of Sherlock Holmes thing.
Oh yeah, no. But I feel like we could low key if we didn't tell anyone. 11 high school terms, says Rob.
He's not wrong.
I know. Hell yeah. Quick math.
I've been to high school 11 times.
Okay. Do you know who Bert Kreischer is? Okay, so
Bert Kreischer?
He's a stand-up, but he went to like this like Florida State he was a 7-year student, like freshman or something. So I think Van Wilder or something is based off him, because there was like a New York Times expose on how he just like was staying at the university and just partying. And then he became a stand-up.
And then of course he becomes a stand-up.
But he's just like about partying. He just loves it. Yeah.
You know what? Kindred spirit, man. I'm in.
Oh hell yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. But do you think that we could low key do a Subway sandwiches podcast where we just talk about Subway? Like how many seasons do you think? Oh, I think it'd be huge. Everybody
would think like, I'm not going to listen to that sponsored crap. And we're like, we're not sponsored. We're just talking about Subway sandwiches.
We're not sponsored. I can tell you, we're not sponsored. And all we do, and we get big guests, like big celebrities, and we're like, what's the sandwich? And they have to tell us what their Subway sandwich is. That might be the
harder part for us.
Yeah. But
going out and buying a sub and like eating a sub and talking about it, we could do that. But like getting Tom Cruise to come and do it might be a bit.
But we don't want to talk about Tom Cruise. Well, we want to talk about Scientology, allegedly. Yeah. But Jason, there's so many different ideas. I honestly would love to do a Subway sandwich podcast with you, and we just talk about what everyone's sub is, because everyone has a sub. Everyone has the sub that they get, and I think it says a lot about somebody.
Okay. Because mine's a couple go-tos, but it's a couple go-tos.
Haley says she wants a name for it is Sips and Subs.
Oh my God, we're having beers with it.
Yeah. Sips and Subs.
Drinks?
Okay, but can it be called Sips and Subs, the Subway podcast?
Yeah. Italian BMT,
baby.
BMT. Oh, Jen. I love you.
People are really losing it about your age, but Jason's like quite young.
No, everyone just found out. See, it's open.
Are you trying to keep it a secret?
No, I was never keeping it a secret.
Oh yeah, who cares? See, bacon ranch, cold cut trio, meatball. This is what I'm telling you. This is what we got to do. Yeah, we'll do Sips and Subs.
Meatball's my every third time.
Is it really?
Yeah, something like that, because the meatball's like a lot, but then I go back to, I think it's Italian BMT. That's the one with like the weird cold cuts of the bacon, right? Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
Well, listen, if you like the regulars, you can join us for Sips and Subs once a week. Who should be our first guest? 2 little sandwiches. Jan?
Cocktail pairing. Yeah, that's great.
We got to get Jan on and talk about her sub.
Did you ever go to Burger King and then they started like, you know,
I don't go to Burger King.
I will tell you what happened.
Okay.
Because I went in once and I was like, this is nuts. On their fountain drinks, they would have like pairs with, and they would literally have like,
oh my God,
Dr. Pepper pairs with a Whopper.
Oh, does it? You know what else pairs with a Whopper? Diarrhea. Okay.
I would kill for some diarrhea right now.
Oh my God, Leah. Welcome. Welcome to Rahoney. Okay, so Jan will be on Sips and Subs. We should just and we won't promote it. We'll just see if it grows. And Subway, if you're listening, we will happily
be sponsored. Take a sponsor.
Be sponsored by you and happily avoid any sort of yoga mat bread situation, and just focus on the subs and the accoutrements. Yeah. It'll be really exciting. And Jan's in Sips and Subs. I just think it says a lot. It just really, someone's like fast food choice just like says a lot. Like if I'm showing up and someone has a bag of like A&W, I'm like, sick, get at it. What a fun afternoon. Okay.
Yeah.
Someone comes into the room with a bag of greasy Burger King. I go, has there been a death? Like, did you break up? Like, why the fuck are you
at most funerals? The layout afterwards is Burger King. Yeah.
at yours, and I would have
It'd be Big Man's Pizza.
Big Man's Pizza for sure.
I have to check on that place because I'm like, we're going through a pandemic. I'm like,
I think they're fine. I think pizza places are the thing. I think that are going to be just fine.
Because there's a good chance I'll be back in Toronto in a second, and like when I'm back, I'm definitely going straight there.
Oh, that's great. It'll be nice to see you, I guess.
Oh, I didn't.
I
Are we gonna hang out? Because
when you come back, are we gonna do a show where you're in my house and we do a live show?
we could do. Let's do it in your backyard, so we're doing it properly, socially distanced.
Oh yeah, sure. Speaking of which, so Pink Bikini had a massive party. I know we're coming to the end now, but I had to make mention. She had a massive party. Okay, there were so many bikinis going on, so many bikinis.
Wait a minute, was she still in her pink bikini? Like, is she Homer Simpson and just has the one piece of clothing, a bunch of them?
It was just, but that's like a party bikini, right? So she had that going. There was like balloons everywhere, and then there was like so much loud like music, and when I looked up, everyone was twerking. Like everyone's like heads were down on the floor of the patio, like and everyone's ass was up, and it was just like boom, boom, and I was like, whoa! I just felt like I turned into a teen boy, where I was like, oh my god, I can't believe what I'm seeing, butts upon butts upon butts. When I went to bed, I thought it was
like that high school dance when everyone just figures out a new dance and they're like, "Hey, everyone's doing it."
Oh yeah, well, it's like when you grind. When I would go to the grind parties, right? We would say,
"No, thank you."
No, thank you. It was in the afternoon. Kelsey wants to know what time of day it was. It was totally in the afternoon. There were so many twerking butts, and then there was like legs up on the railing, and everyone was just shaking their ass. And I was just like,
I love when somebody's like, "Let's step this baby up." I'm putting my feet up on the railings.
Burr was barking. He was like, "Whoa, whoa!" And I was like, "You let them have their time. Don't you shame that party." And then I was just like, "Well, we are in a pandemic. What the fuck's going on?
There's no masks out there.
Yeah, what's going on here? Anyways." Just a little story, but it was a day club, and I, like Haley said in the chat, and I was very much there for it. Very much.
I'm not against it, man.
Me neither.
A weekend right now, like, get on it.
Oh my gosh, totally.
Especially in Canada or Toronto, at least, it's like summertime rolls around and the world changes. Because, like,
I know.
You've just been hibernating for 6 to 8 months, and you're like, great. Oh, it's time to blow this out. Like, it's like spring break every weekend.
I think that's what's really hard, right? Is obviously there's a pandemic and you've been locked inside, and then there's an opportunity to go outside, but we still have to be safe and distant. But it's like I can see September rolling around much faster than I thought it would be. And you're just like, oh.
I think you could probably post that at any point during our podcast, and it would be fitting.
Yeah.
What the hell is happening?
Wait, I came late. What the hell is happening? Well, sips for subs and twerking parties.
Everyone's got their pink bikini that they wear to every single party. No problem.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it was great. Anyways, but I just think it's like really difficult because now it's finally nice out and people want to get outside, but it's like you can't really, you try and go to the bluffs and there's a water buffalo and you think it's an elephant and then you get picked up by the news and then you become a superstar.
Rish.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, listen, we've come to the end. And so we will be here on Wednesday, hump day. Will we have a guest? We don't know. Maybe we'll get our stuff together. We will figure that out.
Do we have a guest that maybe you had video messaged me about last week?
We shall see. We shall see. I will double check. yeah, so everyone have the best Monday night, the best Tuesday. We will see you on Wednesday at 12:30. If you are listening to this, youtube.com/theregulars. You can watch what's going on. If you like this, give us a like. That's always nice. Tell a friend. Let's try and build
Smash
this.
that subscribe button.
Yeah, we got to build this up to 300. We're going to have a massive old partay.
Somebody reached out to us on Instagram the other day, and they made mention that they're going to, every day in their life now, they just have that Chloe Ting song playing in their head, and it's a nightmare. And I'm like, 100%. When I came on today, all I could hear was the Chloe Ting song. We all know what it is at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you can always turn the sound off and just put your own music on.
It's a long story that we don't need to get into it because it's in the podcast. But.
Okay, we'll talk about it on Wednesday.
Sounds good.
Everyone, is there anything else? Oh, follow us on Instagram where we post all of our things. And we will see you all Wednesday. Bye.
Bye. News source out.